what song would you consider to be like the centerpiece of your discography, or what album would you consider to be like a good, like your favorite album that you have? I said it's an unfair question. That I asked
album. Man, it depends because they age and they evolve.
The age,
right?
Too,
like as I age, they don't age. We age.
Right.
And our relationship to them change. So for me, probably like if I had to get rid of every other album and just keep one, I would keep Drogas Wave.
So I want to move on to another topic, which
Okay.
is supergroups, because as a member of a rap group myself,
Yes.
shouts to Tanya Morgan,
Yes.
I love rap groups, and I also love supergroups,
Right.
which is an amalgamation of superpower rappers.
Yeah.
You belong to a few that I want to bring up in this interview. So before I say this, a while back you posted a tentative schedule of album releases on your Instagram page, and the caption said, "Project info and details will no longer be teased by you, as it complicates expectations and to an unmanageable degree." So with that in mind, this next question might fall under that clause, but I have to ask it because you're here at the table. Child Rebel Soldier,
Wow.
you knew it was coming.
Wow, we still talking about this.
Now, you knew it was coming though.
25 years later.
We're talking about it because you said you're gonna you said you're going to. I can't even get the question out because I knew that it was gonna do this.
Okay.
But wait. So, it's Child Rebel Soldier was a group with Pharrell Williams and Ye, Kanye West, and you put out a song recently and said that it was going to be a solo project. I think tentatively. You were thinking about making it a solo project.
Okay.
Tentatively.
Right.
But my question about it is, so this is my question. Aside from is it still happening? This might be a fan theory in my mind. This is just me. You play the internet said you play songs for Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
And I saw Tyler at your Coachella show.
Yeah.
Are you gonna like bulk him? Are we gonna make a new Tyler the Creator Child Rebel? Is he a Child Rebel Soldier?
So, the story...
You can just say the clause says we cannot talk
The story of Child Rebel Soldiers goes like this. There was I was just doing mixtapes.
Yeah.
And mixtapes for me back in the day were like, oh, I'm gonna take this record, I'm gonna flip it, or I'm gonna take this beat where, and this was the era where people were still playing it safe.
Yep.
Right? So our era, when we coming up, right?
Yeah.
So people were playing it safe. And
this era.
Yeah, that. where people weren't taking risks on the rap side in terms of our generation, right? People were keeping it very standard, or people were still trying to get deals. So deals required you to kind of be in a certain frame. So I could do something like, oh, I'm finna rap over this Radiohead beat. And it'd be like, wow, you rapped over Radiohead? That's crazy.
It was crazy.
Today, it's like, oh, wow, you rapped over Radiohead. That means nothing. So that was my mixtapes. I was like, I'm gonna just do these real exotic, pieces and collabs, whatever. There was a Tom York record called The Eraser.
Yep.
And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna take the little loop section that's rappable, I'm gonna loop it up, and I'm gonna rap over this joint, and I'm gonna put a verse on it. It was like me rapping over Radiohead beats, right, to keep it playing. And just so happened, got P to jump on the joint, and then I think Ye heard it and was like, I want to be on it too. And then it turned into like,
okay,
oh, this is pretty dope. Vashti shot a video. Okay, cool. Somewhere in between that, was in the studio, and P was like, yo, we should just be a group, right? And we should call it Child Rebel Soldiers, right? And Lupe, you gonna be the child, Ye gonna be the rebel, I'm gonna be the soldier. This is the album cover. I was like, okay, cool. Let's start doing beats. And then that's when you start getting like Don't Stop, the remix for Everybody Knows. And all that kind of piece. And then it was just like, niggas got rich and crazy. And then it was over with. But it was always like a good idea to just could never trying to like get together. And so we would just randomly maybe be on tour. But P chasing fashion, Ye chasing fashion, Ye, all that shit come together to the point where it's just like, look, this shit not finna happen.
Yeah.
But the fans are like, I want in. But I'm telling the fans like, look, it ain't me.
Yep.
It's not Lupe, it's them. It's these two exorbitantly rich dudes, right? Out doing rich shit. And then the idea just comes about, well, like, look, if we not gonna do it, what does it look like to give it to somebody else? The brand is there, people love the brand.
Yeah.
And we can make whatever we want out of it, make be whatever we want it to be. And then that's the idea that comes up where it's like, yo, what if CRS is, you know, Tyler and, I don't know, Chance and whoever. And we just kind of like, we had our moment with it.
Yeah.
It was something that we couldn't tame, so we passed this rebellious child on to the next generation to
Somebody
see if they
gotta
could raise the kid up, right? And then it was kind of like, maybe that's a thing, maybe that's not a thing. And then it lands at like, all right, look, I'm gonna just take it back to the essence. Let's go back to that energy of me just rapping on Radiohead beats. And I had some demos of that, and I was gonna send them to P. I think I sent them to P. And was like, look, there you go. We'll let that sit, right? And if it inspires something, it inspires something. And then it didn't inspire anything. So I was like, all right,
He got a Lego movie he working on, man. He got some shit to do.
I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just put this out. I'm gonna tell the fans, hey, this is what it was. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm gonna just put these records out, see what happens. And what happened was, Radiohead sent a cease and desist.
This is what you get.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Take that shit off your YouTube
Not
page
Tom.
right now. And that's the end of CRS.